This is FanCastic, the fantasy book podcast where we fancast all your favorite characters from best-selling fantasy books. Hosted by me, Loretta Kincaid. I am a former stage and screen actress, current fantasy book narrator, and Hollywood entertainment professional working in TV music. This week, we are fancasting Book 1 of the Empyrean series, Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. So meet me in another realm, and let's make some magic. Hello, mere mortals, and welcome to FanCastic. I am so excited to be here. It is FanCastic, episode 1. I've been working hard at bringing this podcast to YouTube, to Twitch, to Instagram, to Spotify, to Apple Podcasts, to Amazon Music, to all the different places. I'm so glad we're finally here. I hope you are excited to be here. If you are heard of this from an author, thank that author. Let me know who they are. I am very excited to be combining my love for books, my work in fantasy narration, and my work in television to make a fun podcast that is a creative outlet. This podcast is meant to be fun. It is going to have lots of people who have read the books, fan casting the series. It's going to have industry professionals who have not read the books but have gotten a very detailed description from me for each character, trying their best to cast these. It's going to be so fun. And I eventually am going to have authors on the podcast talking about their books. And I'm really excited about that. There's so many indie fantasy authors out there that are absolutely phenomenal that need to be showcased somewhere. So I want them to come on my podcast. If you are an indie author and you're listening to this, slip into the DMs. Let's book you on a podcast. Let me read your book. Let's go. Anyways, speaking of let's go. This podcast is a fan casting podcast. So if you don't know what that is, here's a little thing. You read the book, you picture a celeb. Who do you want to be in the page-to-screen adaptation of this book? Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, all that good stuff. So let's kick it off. We are going to start with a major hit that popularized the romantasy genre. Everyone knows about romantasy. It's actually Romantasy-Con in LA right now as I'm recording this. I didn't get tickets to the ball. It was very expensive and sold out immediately. So we aren't there, but we'll get them next year. There's always next year. This book that I've chosen for episode 1 has no doubt had all of you Shadow Daddy lovers out there going crazy since it was released in 2023. It is, of course, book 1 in the Empyrean series, Fourth Wing, written by the amazing Rebecca Yarros. Fourth Wing tells the story of 20-year-old Violet Sorrengail, the youngest daughter of General Lilith Sorrengail. My hat says Lilith. If you are listening to this in the car, I pointed to my hat. Disclaimer, this is a highly visual podcast. I recommend you watch on YouTube. I recommend you watch us on Twitch. I recommend you watch us on Instagram and all the little clips. But if you're listening to us in your car, we love you, we love you, we love you. Thank you. I hope you get to see all the visuals because we have made some chef's kiss visuals for you for this podcast. Just you wait. So Violet Sorrengail is the youngest daughter of General Lilith Sorrengail, the commanding general at Basgiath War College in the Kingdom of Navarre, where students choose to join one of 4 military quadrants: infantry, healer, scribe, and dragon rider. Navarre is guarded by wards, which are powered by dragon magic to protect the kingdom from all other magic, including attacks inflicted by gryphon fliers from the neighboring rival kingdom. Despite years of training to be a scribe like her late father, and her many physical weaknesses, including chronic pain and fragile joints stemming from an illness in her infancy, Violet is mandated by her mother to join the Dragon Riders Quadrant. Ruh-roh, you guys. All cadets in the Riders Quadrant must endure deadly challenges and a ferociously competitive environment to bond with the dragon that they will eventually be able to telepathically communicate with and receive a unique magical power from. Fourth Wing became a viral phenomenon on Book Talk, where the hashtags Fourth Wing and Rebecca Yarros have had more than 1 billion views combined. Its popularity led it to reach #1 on Amazon bestseller list, as well as #1 on the New York Times bestseller list, where it stayed, you guys get this, for 18 weeks. This is a great fantasy novel. And I read it right after I read ACOTAR for the first time, and it cured my fantasy hangover from that series. And then I jumped into Crescent City, which cured the hangover from Fourth Wing series, and then I jumped into Throne of Glass. Anyways, this is how we all become addicted to fantasy books. Am I right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to this? Hell yeah. There's guys out there that listen to fantasy, romantic, dragon smut, whatever you want to call it. I actually love that it's called dragon smut, especially Fourth Wing. But lately I've been seeing people get like slightly offended that they're like, no, it's a great book. Don't call it dragon smut. Listen, nobody's saying dragon smut's bad. I love that shit. There will be cursing on this podcast. It's an adult podcast. I don't have to explain myself to you. Okay. Back to it. So since Fourth Wing got real popular and became a household name, some stuff has happened that pertains to this podcast about casting. The screen rights were actually purchased and picked up in October of 2023. Deadline announced that Amazon MGM Studios and Michael B. Jordan's production company Outlier Society were developing Fourth Wing into a Prime Video series, with Yarros being an executive producer for the show. Woohoo! We love Prime. We love Amazon. We do not want this on Netflix. We do not want this on Hulu. We would accept HBO and Showtime and Stars. Really excited about this. That is the correct platform. Amazon is the correct platform. So I'm really excited for this show. As of right now, there is no casting rumor, or there's casting rumors, but there's no casting that has been announced. But in July of 2024, Outlier Society announced that they hired Moira Walley-Beckett, which is actually the showrunner from Breaking Bad and with an E. You guys, Breaking Bad, like that means they're going to go hard on this show, and I'm really excited. You guys, I think we're going to get like a really good adaptation, and I'm really excited for it. And of course, since that one is really in motion, we had to make this our first one casting. We got to get like ahead of it, and like, what if we're right on some of it? Oh, that'd be so fun. A girl can dream big. Okay, so Yarros also at an event in London, speaking of casting, she said that casting will ultimately fall on the show's staff and not her. She also said that she intentionally hasn't shared any specific actors because she does not want people to know her opinion on it, so that if she's like, oh, wow, I see this person, and then someone else is cast who might just be better fit for the role or not booked, or, you know, many other reasons in the industry for why somebody doesn't actually take a role, even if they're offered it. She doesn't want people to know who she would imagine, because you guys, we're crazy. Look at us. Look at us. We are unwell people, okay? So she knows that the fandom would lose their minds if she wanted somebody and that person wasn't cast, and we don't want that. You know, we want a new generation of actors coming in, and likely the majority of the cast for these fantasy shows will be new people. Love that. Fucking love that. Because there's so many people out there that they are not celebrities. They're not a household name yet, and they should be. She said she would never put her fan cast in our heads because she wants there to be room to grow. And because she won't be involved in casting, but she did stipulate that she has like one hardline casting request. She's communicated directly to MGM and Outlier and the showrunner. That I'm going to quote this because I love how she says it. Quote, "They know how staunch I am against whitewashing Xaden." Hell yeah, Rebecca. Xaden is not white, y'all. I have seen some fan casts out there like Pinterest and BookTok and all that stuff, and it's like, babies, that person's hot and emo. However, they are really white. So maybe we can put them in a different book, but not this book. Anyways, so she's like, no whitewashing Xaden, please. And she said, I think that's the biggest thing. Like, that's her line. So otherwise she doesn't want to be involved. As of the recording of this, so it is February 22nd, guys. And there's been no announcement of recording, but there has been rumors of 3 actors that have like weirdly dropped some possible social media hints that they are in preparation are going to be in a certain dragon-filled series coming. So, I mean, that could be like another House of the Dragon. Who knows? But based on Onyx Storm coming out, people are kind of thinking that there's an announcement coming. But right now, there hasn't been. So, we are going to address some of those casting rumors, but we're going to do it after I bring on my guest. Here is our guest. Joining me today is one of my oldest and dearest friends, Kjerstin Shire. Kjerstin is an absolute super mom to two sweet boys. She is on the same fantasy football team as me, so her qualifications for this are obviously prime. And now we have watched nearly 10 seasons of the Bachelor franchise, so she knows TV. Welcome, Kjerstin.
Hey, Laurie.
Thanks for being here on my podcast.
I'm so excited to be here.
Hey, Kjerstin. So you are my first podcast guest because you were my first podcast guest on my last podcast, which was a Titanic podcast.
That's true.
Which was real fun, and I have moved on. So my first call was obviously going to be you. And we had to go over the book we've been screaming about since you read it last fall.
Obviously.
So we've been friends for
redacted
20 years.
It's almost 20.
Bro. And in that 20 years of friendship, we were nerds.
Yes.
We loved Harry Potter.
For sure.
And we would go to Harry Potter premieres, not just the movies. We would go to our little Scout and Morgan books in Cambridge, Minnesota.
Shout out.
And hey, Scout and Morgan, are they still there?
Yes.
Really? So proud of them. Tiny little bookshop. Wasn't there like the Bible bookshop? Is that still there too?
Good Lord, I have no idea. No idea.
They definitely didn't have Harry Potter.
The Baptists?
Most people in our very Baptist town was like, no, not magic for the children. And they were like, it'll pollute their brains. And well, now look at us.
They were right.
They were right. I know you have a fond memory of our Walmart time before.
Well, yeah. Yeah, because we were waiting until midnight. So we decided to go to Walmart as a group. There were like 10 of us. At least. So we all went to Walmart because it was open.
Mm-hmm.
And we sat on the floor in the electronics section and watched Harry Potter on the TV.
Because what else were we going to do in Cambridge, Minnesota?
It was like 10 p.m.
Didn't they do... So this was for book 7, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because Scout and Morgan wasn't there before. So we did this for Harry Potter's book 7. And they did like... Weren't they supposed to do like an outdoor screening and all that stuff?
We didn't stay for some reason.
No.
I don't remember why.
I don't know. I have pictures though. So we got our books and we're like, peace. I took pictures and left. We probably all just went home to go read.
Yeah. Duh.
Like, I think we probably just like, we're like, well, that was fun. I'm going to go read now. What else are you supposed to do? That was a great time. We were theater kids. Now we talk about fairies and dragons and, you know, adult romantasy stuff that just brings us back to the good old days.
Fantastic stuff.
Okay, so Fourth Wing. What do you think of the book overall? The series overall?
I will be very curious to see the ending. So I just finished Onyx Storm, which probably everybody listening, hopefully, has also finished Onyx Storm. We won't spoil anything, but I will be very happy to see it concluded because I'm not 100% sure where she's going from here.
Yeah. I didn't think it was 5 books right off the bat. I thought it was only supposed to be 3. Am I wrong in that?
It feels like it should have been 3 because the first half of Onyx Storm kind of felt like it should have been 3.
Yeah. Raise your hand if you were lost. Raise your hand if you Googled, should I know the names of Onyx Storm or am I dumb?
I don't think I Googled that specifically. I just plowed through. I was like, I'm assuming that I know all these people. We're just going to go with it.
Yeah. I'm
assuming up with maybe that I had erased my brain.
The good news is it wasn't the baby. It was just
generally.
This was like
my mental faculties are way more intact than I gave myself credit.
Yeah. I miss reading it for the first time.
Yes.
Because it was like one of those, it did bring me back to like the Harry Potter days where it was like, oh, okay, there's a school, there's like a purpose, there's quadrants, like houses. And I don't know about you, but like when I first started this book, like sucked me in. It was like I'm going to stay up until 1:30 and read this book. And that I haven't come across a book like that.
I can't say the same because I frequently read into the wee hours of the morning when I should be sleeping. But it did do that for me also. I was very sucked in. I got my husband to read it also after I'd finished.
Wait, he's read it?
Of course he's read it. He's not read the other two, but he's read Fourth Wing.
I did not know that.
Oh, yeah, no, I made him read it last fall.
Oh my God, did he help
reading it?
Did he help with your casting?
I bounced some ideas off of him, yes.
Right. Casting assistant. I love it.
But I was like, here's the deal. I knew everything that was going to happen in this book. It is not the like most twisty turny book ever, but I had such a great time on the journey that you should read it too. Like, yeah, it's a great time. Fantastic stuff. So he read it
and
he liked it. Not enough necessarily to read subsequent books, but he did agree. That it was a fun time.
Okay. I mean, he gave it a go. I don't think I could ever get shot. I'd love him to, but I don't think he. Well, he's got 800 books over in the corner there that will never be touched. But I just got him actually for side tangent for Valentine's Day. I got him The Trials of Apollo, which is like the same author as Percy Jackson, and he was like, "Oh, this is amazing!" And it's sat in the same place since Valentine's Day, so it is February 23rd. I'll keep trying someday. So lucky you. You got a bookie husband. Not me. I got a gamer husband. Perfect. Cool. So both loved Fourth Wing. It sucked us in. Do you have a favorite character and a least favorite character that is somewhat shocking?
From Fourth Wing or from the series so far? Easily, hands down, as like a real answer, Riddick is my favorite, obviously. But my least favorite character, I mean, there's like really obvious easy ones for the like series wide that are minor. Before Onyx Storm, I would have said Dane, but that has completely changed.
Yeah.
He's like way up there now.
He is himself.
He really
forgive you. We forgive you, Dane.
In a no spoiler way is very funny.
His dialogue in Onyx Storm is prime. It's so minimal and it's so poignant that I was like, hell yeah. Like everything he's.
But I mean, like your Jack Barlows are an easy target for being the worst, and
for sure
those people that you're supposed to hate, or what's his butt in the second one.
Sure.
Varish, whatever. So,
oh God, forgot about him.
That's fine.
I would say I have a very shocking. My favorite character is Riddick, of course. He's the best. He's so funny. But my least favorite character, you guys, I don't like Mira.
That's fair.
I get the purpose, like she's the sister. She's careful, especially with losing their father, and these things. Like, I get why she's protective, and I love that when Violet is forced to join the Riders Quadrant and walk the parapet and do all these things, and she gets her like the dragon scale armor and all that stuff, like she's trying to take care of her. But I feel like through the first book I liked her, and through the series I've grown more and more annoyed of her that she won't let the reins go, that I'm like, your sister's kicking ass out there, and you gotta let her do her thing. Like, she knows what she's doing. She's really smart. And I feel like it's really hard for her to let go. And that's like, big sister, little sister thing. So I get it, but I found myself getting more and more annoyed with her in the second and third book.
Sure.
But
makes sense.
This is why we're here, because we're going to fan cast something. And we're going to fan cast Fourth Wing.
Let's do it.
Okay. So I'm going to share my screen with you. And we're going to address some casting rumors. Have you heard of any casting rumors?
No, because you told me there were some. And then I was like, I'm not going to look at them so that I can be ready here for you live.
Coming to you live, real reactions.
There we go.
And I said this in the intro, Fourth Wing has not been cast yet. As of right now, it's just not been announced, but MGM Studios, Amazon Prime ordered a 5-season series for the show. Rebecca Yarros has said that she does not want any part of casting. So, but her hard line is that Xaden cannot be whitewashed. That's like the one thing she's told the studio and the showrunner and everybody, and it is like, he is a person of color. You will cast a person of color. From there out, like, she's like, I'm not going to tell people who I picture because then they won't accept whoever is actually cast. And the reality of the situation is it's going to be Gen Z millennial characters that hopefully nobody's heard of, and this is going to be their big break. So I'm really hoping that that's
For sure
a possibility. So some of the casting rumors we got these guys right here. So do you know any of these actors?
No, I don't. So I could have looked him up.
Not a clue.
I don't know.
Sure. Okay, I'm ready to blow your mind. Are you ready?
I'm
First,
ready.
Mackenzie Foy is rumored to be Violet. And this rumor started because she added in her Instagram bio a couple weeks ago a dragon emoji out of nowhere. And she follows Rebecca Yarros, and Rebecca follows her back. So everyone was like, whoa. But going back to what Rebecca said, like, are they really going to make it that obvious that they're following each other? And then Rebecca's like, well, I don't know. Like, I'm not going to be involved in casting. We haven't been able to debunk this rumor, but
It's out.
are you ready? I'm going to blow your mind.
I'm ready.
Mackenzie Foy was Renesmee in Twilight.
No.
Yes, she was.
Oh, God.
This is the actress who plays Renesmee.
I have to go to bed because it's bedtime for old people. So see you later, guys. Oh, God.
Doesn't that make you want to puke? She's 24 years old. She was in the really bad, weird Nutcracker movie that came out that had Morgan Freeman in it with like an eye patch.
Sure. Why not? I don't think I'll ever recover from this, Lori.
She is possibly rumored to be Violet. Do you think she would make a good Violet? I agree. I wouldn't be mad at it.
She'd be fine.
I think she'd be
My
fine.
first choice, as you'll see.
Agreed.
But I don't think she'd be bad.
I don't think there's anything standout about her that would make me be like, hell yeah, I would be so excited to watch Mackenzie Foy.
Yeah.
But I would be like, good for her. Get it, girl. Renesmee for life. Okay, the second dude, Josh Houston. I don't have a clue who this man is, but apparently Z does.
Okay, great.
Very similar timing. Exact same thing happened. I think those were the two that came out on the Marie Claire article. So I think he's cute. He is rumored to be Xaden. I think he just came off of Dune Prophecy.
No,
But
I'm not going to watch that.
no, I'm not interested in that.
No,
But
you.
I think he's cute.
Fine.
He's fine. I would be slightly disappointed if he was picked as Xaden. I feel like you could have found someone so much better, but that's just me. Okay. This third man has come out of absolutely fucking nowhere. He is the latest rumor, and this man's Instagram comments on every post, I don't know if they meant for this to happen, but his Instagram has blown up, and I'm absolutely guilty. He's so hot. He is a German actor. He can really act. He is a trained fighter. His arms are huge, and I think he's really cute. And there's literally a picture of him. He's like, has his hands on the mat, and somebody wrote, no, don't channel. This guy comments like he can't post anything without everybody be like, what is it? But good for him. He's getting like a lot of traction on socials.
Excellent. It's hard to be excited about Josh Houston here when he's sitting next to this guy who's just better.
Yes. When it was just Mackenzie and Josh that were rumored, I was like, all right. And then this Emilio man has come on the scene, and I was like, I don't know if he speaks English, but he speaks German. And if Xaden is suddenly German, I accept.
That's fine.
I won't ask any questions.
Why didn't you get this on my screen sooner? Is the only question I have.
I will learn German to understand this man. I swear to God. Okay, so these are our casting rumors. And that's it.
Great.
There's nothing else. I think they're really like keeping it locked down, which is sick.
So today we're going to we're
going to start our own rumors. I hope everybody who listens to this, you know what would be great? If an article in Deadline came out and was like, fan casting podcast, cast.
That'd be amazing.
I'm going to Vegas. Are you ready?
So ready.
Okay. I'm going to go first because it's up. Here's the plan. I'm going to show you my cast. You're going to show me your cast. And then we are going to build the ultimate cast. We can swap out people. And if there are people that we were like, absolutely not, like, I'm not giving this person up, we have to choose someone.
Are we going to go through the entire cast, or are we going to go one by one?
We're going to go through the entire cast and then revisit. Pitch Decks has a full cast sheet at the end. So we'll keep one of those up. And the final cast that we do create, I will create a graphic for it and it will be on the Instagram. Like I said in the intro to people listening, this is a highly visual podcast. So we will do our best to describe what we're looking at by telling you the actor's name and what they've been in. So if you want to see who we're talking about, you have to visit our Instagram. You have to watch the YouTube, but we'll do our best. And we hope you're listening regardless of where you are. Okay. My dragons will be voiced by.
We do have
Adrian. Yes. Do we really?
Yes, we do.
Oh, yeah. Wait. Okay. So
lock it in.
So I love it. Lock it in. Done. Taryn's done. Taryn is Idris Elba. Let's go. How would you expect it to be anybody else?
I'm sorry. I mean, I was like,
when
Idris Elba, and Daddy was like, why? And I was like, because. And on I moved.
He's just, that's it. Literally every line in that book that Taryn has where he is just this grumpy but experienced but like badass curmudgeon. Just, it's always Idris Elba, and I cannot explain why. Boom. Locked in. Okay, great.
Done.
Adarna. I have Joey King. And I'll tell you why. Joey King from The Act. I feel like that was like a rough show to come back from, where she portrayed Gypsy Rose Blanchard, who is, you know, out living life, being a mom now. She in Bullet Train. I think she did a great job in Bullet Train. She was a badass, and I was shocked by that. There are other shows like Kissing Booth. So she's got this side of tween and badass. Kind of went back and forth between Joey King and Madeline Pesh from Riverdale. She's in the New Strangers. I really think Joey King was my choice because of her recent film with Nicole Kidman and Zac Efron. The name escapes me right now. It's like a family affair or something. She works for him. She's his assistant, and she's got these one-liners that are absolutely hilarious that I could see her being more in that realm. So that is my Adarna. And like Demi Moore's having a moment. Okay.
She is
like, she's having a moment. She has now gotten a Golden Globe. She might get an Oscar. Like,
yep.
She's an icon. She's a Hollywood icon. Ghost. G.I. Jane. She was G.I. Jane. Like, yes. Let's bring Demi back and give her a moment. To be totally honest, I hear Sigourney Weaver every time I read it. That doesn't switch up for me. So I went with Demi.
All right. Excellent.
Okay. Thoughts, feelings, questions, comments, concerns.
I mean, I feel like I have rebuttals, but they're in my cast.
Okay, here we go. So moving on.
You're making your case.
My Violet Sorrengail is Dove Cameron. Since I have read the books, I have pictured Dove Cameron. I don't know if this is because of when I read the books, I was watching Schmigadoon, but she's real tiny. She is 5'3". She has a very interesting and beautiful that I think she can do the badassery and the working through her physical illness. She's also got like a sexy side to her. So as things develop in the relationship, like I feel like she is someone that could own that character and that character growth. I didn't watch Descendants, a Disney villain show where it's like all the kids of the Disney villains.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that show, but apparently she is like phenomenal in it. It's how her career really got started. I think like on set, she would be a very experienced actress. Okay.
All right. Excellent. Great.
Are you ready for my Xaden?
I'm so ready.
Do you know who this is?
No.
My Xaden Ryerson Ryerson. People say Ryerson. I say Ryerson.
Okay. I say Ryerson.
Okay. So, apples, potatoes. Even Yoika, I don't know how to say this man's name, but he is from my tween years. First of all, he's been in so much shit, like lots of sci-fi stuff. I didn't know this. He is from Twisted on ABC Family, which was like this troubled teen who may or may not have committed this crime. And he's always played this kind of character that you're supposed to be uncomfortable around him. He's got this dark, like, always has this emotional, soft side. You get to know him. So he immediately came to mind for me. Now, I'm not dead set on this man, but I do think he checks all the boxes. I think my only hesitation is his height. He is 5'11", fine, not crazy, but I do feel like Xaden is a tall dude, especially with Violet being so small. Like, that huge difference is a big deal. However, movie magic.
Yeah.
He can stand in an apple box if they're doing a side by side, whatever. But I think, I waffled between him and the dude from Bridgerton. I'm blanking on his name right now.
Renee
Bridgerton. Yes, but I'm wondering just age-wise. But I waffled between those two, and I ended up going with him because I think he needs a comeback. He's got a memoir poetry journal book thing coming out called Autopsy of a Teen Heartthrob or something. He is engaged to Halsey, and I know that Rebecca Yarros on her Onyx Storm playlist, she has a lot of Halsey. She also has Dove Cameron on there. So I was like, that's kind of fun, like a little loop in of that fact. So it's kind of fun, right? Here is my Dane. Just a basic white dude.
Sure.
With a beard. Nothing really going for him. He's cute. He's in a show that I think is on Freeform. It was Freeform or something. He's on that show. He's like this has to get justice for people. He's looking for his sister. So he's kind of played these roles of like the protector when nobody really asked him to do that. He's also been on several seasons of General Hospital. That seems like nothing of note to me, to be perfectly honest. So I was like, you'll do. You're cute.
Get in here.
You like, get in here, You're not a standout, but you're attractive. And I would like you for a period of time. And then I could also see myself hating you. So that would be Brian Craig as Dane Atos. This is my Sorrengail family. Lilith Sorrengail is Lena Headey from Game of Thrones, Cersei, of course. I've always pictured her as Lilith, just the short hair, everything right off the bat. She's got that unlikable, likable quality. I think it would be really nice to see her in another sort of period piece, fantasy, sci-fi. So I think she would fit in really well. Asher Sorrengail, I know we don't see him, but I do think that with film, they will do flashbacks or something.
Have to.
Right.
To make things make
hurt.
Sense. I think he's a character who has to.
Yeah.
Give it real emotional.
100%. Yeah. Like,
I if they didn't.
I see the scenes of him, like, with the, glasses on the brim of his nose by, like, candlelight, writing stuff down of his journals and stuff.
Definitely.
I've always pictured Mark Ruffalo, and I think that was confirmed for me as my choice. Reading Onyx Storm, hearing just a little bit more about his relationship with Lilith and, like, how different they really were. I just think that they're such a good opposite that might be really interesting chemistry on screen. My Mira Sorrengail is Emma Mackey, who is from Sex Education and the Barbie movie. I think she is such a fun actress. She's so likable and a little rough around the edges. So I think that she would be a great choice. As I revealed, Mira's not my favorite character. So I tried to pick an actress I really, really like. I really like her. I think she's great. If Dove Cameron was the Violet choice, I think I would have to fight for Emma Mackey to play the sister, because they really do look like they could be siblings, and then all together they look like, they could be a whole fam. Plus, Mark Ruffalo's a little shorter, so, the height situation could kind of come in. with that, let's get to our first year student. Rhiannon is Alia Chanel Scott. She is from Sex Lives of College Girls, which is such a fun show on HBO. If you don't watch that show, it's really good. She stood out to me as like a great actress, and I haven't seen her in anything else. So when I first started watching the show, I think they're on season 4 now, I was reading Fourth Wing at the same time. So she's right away stuck in my head. I think she would be great. Jack Barlow, I gotta say this, I am not the first person to immediately picture Will Poulter as Jack Barlow. So
lock that in.
Lock it in. Do you have it?
Lock it in. Yes, I do.
Guys, how do you, I mean,
lock it in.
That's immediate. I mean,
tell you,
the freckles. Look at him. And his, I mean, the dude can bulk up to be somebody who would throw someone off the parapet, right?
It's like just easy enough to do it.
Seeing him in The Bear recently too, like, he's it. Okay. So we got our Jack Barlow, and we got our Taryn.
Lock it in.
Okay, this is my Riddick.
I mean, I see why. You don't really have to go into it.
No. You got to have somebody who's got comic timing. I think, Riddick is described as having thick eyebrows and shaggy hair, and he's silly. So I was waffling between another very Gen Z unknown actor, and I just don't think he has the comic chops that Marcello, I just love him so much, does. But I think what really sold me is not just his SNL. Riddick is short. He's a short king, and they talk about that, and again, movie magic, but I think people know Marcelo Hernandez is from SNL, and I think it would hit really well to see him be in something else. Sawyer is a redhead in my brain. So I have chosen KJ Apa from Riverdale. Give me a ginger. You know what I mean? I see him as freckly, and I think, we could curl up his hair a little bit. We don't have to have him look like, Archie from Riverdale and the Archie comics. We can, change it up a little bit. I just think his personality embodies who Sawyer would be, who Sawyer is.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Liam's got beautiful blue eyes, some blonde hair, and his motherfucking dimple that is talked about over and over again. This dude has a crazy dimple. He is from The Walter Boys, which is a show that I work on at Sony. We've done the music clearance on. They're in production for season 2 right now. Woohoo! In Vancouver. The Walter Boys is not an excellent show, but I did watch the whole season, A, because I'm paid to, and B, because he was a great actor. And he has this boyish, sweet quality about him that if you've read the book and you know where Liam is, it would break my heart to see that happen to this little face. He's got just a smile that really lights up a room too. He immediately has come to mind. I didn't even think about anybody else. Jasenia would cast Amelia Jones as Jasenia. Amelia Jones is most known for her role of playing the child of deaf parents, a child of deaf adults in Coda, the Oscar-winning film. Also, sorry, you knew that Jasenia was deaf, right?
I mean, they only signed to her, so yes.
Okay, there's a thing going on the socials and stuff right now that everyone's like, I didn't know that she was deaf. I thought that scribes just took a vow of silence.
No, because they talk to other scribes.
They talk to other scribes. She's just deaf, guys.
She's just deaf. Do we really have to spell it out?
Right. So I do firmly believe that the actress who plays...
Also, her dad was a scribe. Do you think her dad just never talked to me? Come on. Anyway.
Literally. I was like, are we okay? Did that book really mess us up that much? Do we need help? So I think she's a really strong contender. I firmly believe that the actress who plays Jasenia should be deaf or hard of hearing. I think that would be really great because it is showcasing a disability. I think that's really important. So I did go with Amelia Jones for that reason, but I do think that this should be somebody breaking out into their first role who is a deaf or hard of hearing actress, hands down. Who else we got? The marked ones. All right, I took Josh Houston and I put him as Bodhi.
I love it.
I didn't like him as Zayden, but I liked him as Bodhi. He's got softer features.
As Bodhi. Yeah.
I could see him as Bodhi. So I think that's where he should go. I don't think he should be Zayden. I think he should be Bodhi. I feel like he would have a really good emotional arc, especially in this third book, that would be great. So Josh Huston is my Bodhi Duran. Garrick has always been Ross Butler for me.
I'm going to need you to lock that in.
Lock it?
Because
shut up.
I'm going to need you to lock it in.
Am I? How do we know? That's who it is, right? Like, he's big. He's a little dumb. But he's like caring and loving.
Yeah.
Yes. Ross Butler. He is loyal and he is the perfect Garrick to me. Did you watch 13 Reasons Why?
No, but
he's like the loyal jock friend with a heart.
Yep.
It's him. He's hot. Lock it in. Boom. Ross Butler.
Lock it in.
And last but not least, my Imogen is Renee Rapp, because I think she's a great actress. She's also in Sex Life of College Girls. She's in Mean Girls, the film, which sucked, but she is really fun. I think she could be mean enough and you'd still like her. Because she's very good at playing that mean, like, character. And she could pull off pink hair. I found the picture that had pink hue behind her, so her hair looked pink.
A little pink. Perfect.
That's my full cast. Right there. Now, is there anyone that is a hard no for you?
No one's a hard no, but I like my cast too, so I'm ready to fight you for it a little bit.
All right, let's do it. So just to recap here, we have locked in our Tarn is Idris Elba. We have locked in our Jack Barlow is Will Poulter. And we have locked in our Garrick is Ross Butler. We agree. Amazing.
Just absolutely no communication beforehand. Agree on those three.
I was hoping there would be one. I was like, come on. Like, it would be so fun if there was one. Bitch, we got three. I'm obsessed. Okay. I'm going to let you share your screen.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay. So my cast is way more vibes based than yours. You had a lot of reason, and mine are like the vibes.
We're going off of vibes. I love it.
So previously discussed Taryn. Kate McKinnon is in Darna. Yeah. I really kind of love her in everything.
I can see
a lot of brain.
I can absolutely see Glenn Close.
Well, yeah. Okay. So as previously discussed, this is the one thing we did discuss when I was asking you like parameters of this casting. My head, Lilith is Glenn Close from the 90s. Unfortunately, Glenn Close now,
she's a little old.
No,
and we mean that in a loving way.
Old to be Lilith, but I want her here. I think her vibe is correct for this world.
For sure.
And I really like her as Segel.
Yep, Glenn Close. She's it.
It just feels right.
It feels right.
If she can't be Lilith, I want her to be part of this. And actually, I think she fits here too. It's not just like shoehorning her in. Because her here.
I think she is absolutely part of this world. Now I want Kate McKinnon too. I don't know if it would work, but I also like
her. Just vibes. I'm telling you, my cast is just vibes. There's no reason.
Like, I think her voice won't work because she's so Kate McKinnon that she's gonna like say something like this, and you're gonna be like, God damn it, Kate McKinnon. But I'm also extremely not opposed to that at all. Both sound great. Okay, hit me with your Violet, girl.
I've got Elle Fanning. That's my Violet.
Elle, you know what? We know what Elle Fanning looks like.
What Elle Fanning looks like. She's
not new. I don't hate it, but I don't love it because she's just coming out of The Great.
I'm happy to concede Violet to you.
Okay.
She was not my strongest conviction. Vibe-based cast.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Okay. This is a Violet. Okay, we've got the picture working of Elle.
Pictures are working.
I see it. I don't hate it, but I want to keep Dove Cameron.
That's fine. I'm still fine conceding that to you. Okay.
See, listen,
are you ready for Zayden?
Yes.
Renee Jean Page is in fact Zayden. So you can take your waffling and stop.
There he is. Here's why. So why I was waffling. I think is he too old?
So he's 34. But here is my thoughts on it. Because I thought the same thing. I was like, is he too old? But he's just who's in my head. I couldn't get him out. Xaden is, I think him being older is fine because he needs to be, he's taken on so much at such a young age that he plays much more mature. So him being a little bit older, and I don't think he's that much older than than others in the cast, that him just being a little bit more mature, as long as it's not like creepy with Violet, like he's not creepily old. And like I looked at him with Elle Fanning. I think Elle Fanning is like 26 or 27. So I think with the right Violet, it's okay. And he brings that like maturity to the role.
I agree. I think that there would need to be a course in any casting situation. I also was hesitating because of his, I'm going to get totally honest, he kind of fucked up Bridgerton for me. I loved him in the first season, and then he didn't make an appearance in the second season, and then he no longer wants to be part of the Bridgerton world. And that made me mad at him as just from a purely like...
Yeah, that's fair.
And he can act, and Xaden needs to act. He's got to...
Yeah.
Yes. And he
in that like moody, broody, like, ooh.
Right. That like...
He's just got it.
But then when he smiles, he's got the smile. And he's got the love.
Lets you in. I think it's perfect, personally.
I could see it. Now, is my real choice Emilio from the casting rumors? Yes. Yeah. But
he's never actually going to be cast, but like, I wish he would.
He's not. But for the sake of our fan cast, let's fucking do it. Let's make him our Xaden. I would be like, welcome back to the industry, sir. You owe us a public apology for Bridgerton.
Yes, you can do
Let's
that
move on.
By being Xaden.
This is his redemption arc in his career, leading him to be Xaden.
Perfect.
All right.
Are you ready for the Sorrengail family?
I'm ready. Here we go.
Oh, just kidding. Dane. I forgot about Dane.
Oh, I forgot about Dane. Oh,
right?
Oh, I like Justice Smith as Dane.
Isn't he fantastic? He's like next door, but he's super hot.
Lock it in. I love Justice Smith. I think he's a great actor.
Yeah. Like he's great in action films. He's a stickler for the rules, but he's a little goofy, which will play out well later down the road. I thought he was great.
Yeah. I could absolutely see him being like, no, you can't do that because the codex says, like, I could absolutely see that. But he's a badass enough to be at the War College in general. Yes. So I would buy that.
Exactly.
That's much better than a plain white dude from General Hospital.
No offense, but yes.
Justice, welcome to the Writers Quadrant. Don't fuck it up for us.
Now are you ready for the Sorrengail family? I think they're nice.
Hit me with them. We didn't lock anyone in from this.
Because what can't Sandy B do?
When I tell you she had never crossed my mind, but is truly the choice. Oh my God. Sandra, welcome to a General. Hell yeah. She's perfect. Why did you pick her? I mean, besides like, what else can't she do?
I mean, yeah, does she need an introduction? But no. I love Sandra Bullock. She's a badass. She can be an ice queen, but underneath that ice queenness cares deeply.
Yeah.
So I think she can be very severe and authoritative, and it'll be very obvious why she is the general that she is, but has infinite depth to her.
Also, like, career-wise, like, she's doing okay, so she needs a win. Practical Magic is my favorite movie of all time. Has she ever been in anything like sci-fi fantasy?
I mean, I like didn't look, but no, I think top of my head,
Bird Box doesn't count. We try to remove that one from her resume. IMDb, never heard of her.
Is that the one that she can't look?
Yeah, just with the blindfold in the boat. I love her as Lilith. I love it. I could see her with like kind of a gray hair vibe. Like we can kind of gray it up a little bit, chop it
a little bit,
chop it a little short and kind of general edgy.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I think her foil, I don't mind Mark Ruffalo, but I think her foil is Hugh Grant, kind of this bumbly, kind of rough around the edges. I was thinking Arthur Weasley.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's like a character of someone who's like, you know, gets a little eccentric and gets really excited about a specific weird thing. And so I'm fine losing that argument to Mark Ruffalo because I think he fits in there too, but I like Hugh Grant.
I like Hugh Grant, but you know who I like him for? I think he would be a really good Varish.
Evil.
Because he can be evil.
He definitely can.
And I can see him as being like Melgren or Panchek. So I love Hugh Grant. I totally get and love and support the choice. I would love to move him, keep him in the cast, but be something else.
Love it.
You can stick around for Iron Flame, sir. We'll see you there. We'll keep Mark Ruffalo.
My Mira is Sophie Cookson, who is in Kingsman.
Not a clue.
Oh,
I have.
You've not seen Kingsman?
I have not. Is it a show or a movie?
It's a movie. You definitely need to see it. Is it Taron Egerton? He's the main character.
Oh, okay.
It's fantastic. Watch it.
Oh,
the first one. The subsequent ones are less fantastic, but you know, still a good time.
Okay.
But about like a secret society of like gentlemen assassins, basically. And she is in it and she's amazing. She's total badass. She's excellent. I thought that she was just a good vibe, but Emma Mackey, I'm fine to concede that.
I would love to keep Emma if we have Dove, because I think that they look like siblings, and Sandy fits the vibe with them too.
Perfect.
So we're going to keep our Mira as Emma. All right. It's time for Franz. There he is. There's our Jack Barlow. That's a great picture of him. Look at his crazy eyebrows.
Yeah, look at him just looking a little crazy. So, that's already locked in.
I just saw your Riddick.
Yeah, we're going to start with Ree.
Okay. I'm trying not to lose my shit right now. I'm obsessed. Okay.
Yeah. Ree is Arsema Thomas. She's Lady Danbury in Queen Charlotte.
Oh my God.
And I love
She's
her.
Excellent.
She's fantastic. And I think she's got that like backbone that Ree needs.
Well, you're totally right. She's gorgeous.
And
oh my God.
So beautiful. No, I think that she's got the backbone that you need to be a dragon rider, but that like vulnerability to be Violet.
Absolutely. And especially like when you learn about Ree's family, I love her. You make a very strong argument, and I say we lock it in.
Excellent. Lock it in.
Okay.
Over here, I've got a Goofball Central with Tom Holland.
I absolutely love it.
Have the vibes ever been more right?
I absolutely love it. He never crossed my mind. Not once.
Well, that's silly of you.
Not once. He's Spider-Man, but like Peter Parker is the same.
It's the same.
Kind of dumb. Yeah. And it would be really, he can play very emotional. I think we saw that side
too.
Yes.
For Riddick. So
yes.
I think he has that range.
Yeah. The new scenes in Onyx Storm really opened him up. And so he would definitely have that range. I don't think that Marcello could do it. I wouldn't have faith in that. I think he would be bit. And then when you would get to that series, like he wouldn't be able to really pull it off. And that might kill it for us. Yeah. All right, Tom Holland. I get you. Oh. So that would be real fun.
It's just vibes, man.
Like they should just like hire us. Like I'm going to write a letter. Dear Michael B. Jordan, I did the work for you. Love us. He's going to be like, perfect.
Shut up.
I'm casting myself as Zayden. Michael B. Jordan, you can't do that, but I don't hate it. I would like to see, sidebar, I would love to see Michael B. Jordan put himself as Professor Emerito.
Oh, see, I've already cast Adam Driver in that role, so.
Wait, really? I cast Kevin Hart because I thought he was supposed to be short, but I kind of like Adam Driver.
Has a man ever been more triangular or perfect to teach them how to fight?
I'm obsessed. That would be fun. Iron Flame. Done.
We'll talk about it then.
Wait, there's new people in front of me. We're moving along. Okay.
So I've got Paul Mescal as Sawyer. I don't feel strongly about this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna confidently say no.
This is the one I felt least strongly about.
I was like, meh, eh.
So,
We'll keep my ginger.
did it. Yep.
All right.
Jace Norman is Liam.
Who dat?
It's that guy. I don't remember, and I don't have my notes. So we can leave yours as well, because this is what happens when you get deep into the vibe. I was feeling it when I was doing it.
You got blonde hair.
Bring it in, my guy.
I was gonna fight for Noah because that dimple.
I was gonna say, you also felt very confident about your Liam, so I'm fine.
I really did.
Losing this.
I really did. I think this Noah Lalonde is an actor who has not done enough yet, and he's real good. But he's the only redeeming quality of that show that I'm working on that I should probably speak highly of.
You should. And then I've got Millicent Simmons here as my Jacinia. I don't remember what she's in, but she is deaf. She has the right look, and she's deaf.
Yes, I can absolutely see her as a scribe. She's real cute. I can see why Sawyer would be interested.
And Liam is also interested in her in the first book.
Yes. Do you think that she looks too similar? To Dove Cameron?
Maybe.
I'm just going to pull up a different pic. She's in A Quiet Place Part 1 and 2. She's in Wonderstruck. Yeah. Oh my gosh, she's real cute. I would love to see her with like brown hair, like her curly brown hair. I love that choice. That's a great choice, and fulfills the prep that it absolutely needs to be a deaf or hard of hearing actress.
Yes, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
So I have Jarell Jerome as his cousin. Okay. I don't think they particularly look all that much alike, but again, the vibes are here.
I mean, they are cousins, but Violet always is saying they look the same, but Bodhi has softer features.
So we might have to go back to the drawing board for Bodhi.
You would have to go back to the drawing board for Bodhi. I think Bodhi's going to have to be an unknown TBD based on who really would get Xaden, but I don't think it would be Josh. I think Josh Houston would stay if Emilio was cast as Xaden. So
I think let's go back to the drawing board for Bodhi.
Back to the drawing board for Bodhi. Okay.
As previously discussed, Ross Butler is locked in for Garrick. And then over here for Imogen, I have Yara Shahidi.
She would look so gorge with a shaved head and like put some pink in her beautiful curls. Like she would look real cool. She's also got that face that's just like
little mean.
Fuck you. Yeah. I think she's
a little bit of there. And the same thing that you said about Renee, like, she'd be mean, but I wouldn't be mad about it.
Like, I would kind of support her being mean. I'd be like, she's not wrong. She's what, like 24, 25? I think she's an excellent choice.
Plus, I really like Ross Butler and Yara Shahidi together.
Yes. She was in Peter Pan and Wendy, sitting in bars, eating cake. She was in that butter movie. Do you remember that movie with Jennifer Gardner with its like the butter contest?
I vaguely remember that, yes.
Butter? Wow. She was in Salt with Angelina Jolie. Oh my God. Unthinkable 2010 with Samuel L. Jackson. Hell yeah. All right, Imogen. She's perfect. I'm kind of mad at you. It's really good. There was like a lot of, I know we kept like a lot of mine, but there was a lot of mine that I was like, I fucking nailed this. And I'm like, was I even thinking? Like the fact that I had not once, not never, did I even think of Tom Holland?
Silly of you. It's really silly.
Makes me, I'm so mad at myself. Okay. So who are we waffling between? We locked in our Tarn. Our Tarn is Idris Elba. Yeah, let's chat it out. Okay, we're at our casting table and we have to choose our final roster. All right. Idris Elba as Tarn. Great.
It's the most Dove all does there's been.
And Darna, I don't love either of our choices. I think they're both fun. I don't love either of them.
Can I say the other reason that I picked Kate McKinnon? Because I love her. I have a nearly 3-year-old, as you know. Yeah. We were watching Finding Dory the other day.
Okay.
And so I looked up the cast of Finding Dory because I was trying to figure out who someone was. And Kate McKinnon voices a fish at the beginning of that film with Bill Hader playing her husband. I did not realize it was Kate McKinnon. And I was like, interesting. And that is
Okay.
that was part of the argument in my head for why I had her as Andarna.
Okay, I'm shocked by that because I do feel like
she didn't do her silly Kate McKinnon voice.
I would be interested to have her screen test it.
Sure.
But let me float this idea past you. No Joey King. No Kate McKinnon. What about Elle Fanning?
I could see that.
What if we popped Elle Fanning as Adarna?
All right.
Yeah?
I like it.
Okay. Because I like Elle Fanning. I just don't think it's her time to shine on screen. But I like her voice.
Perfect.
We locked in Glenn Close. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Should we be tallying these? How many you get to keep? Our Violet Sorrengail will remain Dove Cameron. Our Zayden, the hot one from Bridgerton.
Yep.
He needs it. This is his apology to us. Okay.
Being sexy as all get out.
Yep.
Dane on the television screen.
I like Dane as Justice Smith. We've locked him in. We've got Lilith Sorrengail is played by Sandra Bullock. Excellent choice. That one I'm obsessed with. Mark Ruffalo remains Asher Sorrengail. Emma Mackey remains Mira. We've got Ree as Arson Thomas. Amazing. We've got love her. Jack Barlow still stays as Will Poulter. Obviously, he is the obvious choice. If his face is not dead center when the deadline article of the cast announcement comes out, I am going to riot. If it is somebody none of us know, the internet is going to blow up. Everyone sees Will. Okay?
That'd probably be better for the society if the internet blew up. But, like,
honestly, I agree. Jack Barlow has remained Will Poulter. Our Riddick is Tom Holland.
It just is.
And I am so mad at myself. It never even crossed my mind. Excellent choice. He is the goofy friend that your heart, like Riddick's bi, I think, because he's talking about some boys.
Oh yeah,
that
he definitely is.
Yeah. So perfect. All for that. Who do we got for Sawyer? We're gonna keep as KJ Apa. Get a ginger in there. He would be so cute with our Jasenia choice. Wouldn't they be cute? Because he's like pretty tall and stuff too. We're going to keep by Liam as Noah Lalonde. Yes, Millicent Simmons. Okay, from A Quiet Place. Love her. I'm casting Emily Blunt in something else. Okay, then we've got our marked ones, right? So our Bodhi is back to the drawing board.
Back to the drawing board. We didn't find him.
Give me a sec. He is from... Okay, actor from Gran Turismo. He's also in... So Archie Madekue, I think, would be a great Bodhi. Let me bring him up. Boom.
Yeah, no, I pulled him up. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like softer features. He's definitely younger. I think Bodhi is younger than Zayden, like by a little bit. He is also British, so if they keep the dialects, they can keep their dialects. I don't care. Yeah,
I really like that.
Yeah, I think he's really cute. I was trying to like marinate of like who in my head, and I was like, oh my god, that's right. He's in Midsummer. He's in Saltburn. He's like the friend in Saltburn. I don't know if you've seen that movie. It's a little scarring, so I'll tread lightly. I love him. Let's pick him as our Bodhi. Okay. Yes. Let's go, Archie. We can't submit an incomplete cast. We'd be fired. Episode 1. Ross Butler as our Garrick. Locked him in. Amazing. And then we already had our Imogen.
Yara Shahidi.
We've got our cast. Our fourth wing cast. Are we happy with it?
Yes.
I feel good about it. I
am ecstatic.
Zayden was the hardest for me. So, because I was like, I don't think I can justify casting him, but you did, and I'm on it, and I think it's great.
He was the hardest for me because I couldn't not cast him. I couldn't do it. I tried.
If it's who you've seen and heard since the beginning, can't take that away from you. I can't,
That's a thing.
I'm a heartless bitch, but not like that. Like, and he's hot. Oh my God. Can you imagine him with like the rebellion relic and like in the underneath the tree, right? The tree scene where she's like spying on all of them and he's all like arms crossed.
No.
And then like the snow scene where it's
they're sparring.
When they're sparring on the mats. Just that like,
and he's disarming her.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm into it. I'm really happy with our cast. We did it.
I can't wait to build off of this cast for Iron Flame.
Hell yeah. So you'll be back here for Iron Flame, and you'll be back here for Onyx Storm. You're obviously staying with the Empyrean series. More fun to do it that way. The next time I have you back on and we're doing Iron Flame, we will be casting, I think, 5 more cast members to build into this world. So I will have our locked and loaded cast ready to go with our new slots, and we'll see you back here for Iron Flame.
This was so fun.
This was really fun, and we did really good. There were no hard battles, and I think it's a testament to our friendship that we had 3 of the exact same people already.
And really, honestly, 4.
Right. You were sorely mistaken, you stupid bitch, but you're welcome for bringing me back down to earth
Out of your AM.
You're right. Thank you so much for being here, Kjerstin, and for being my first guest on FanCastic. I can't wait to see you back here for Iron Flame.
Woo! Can't wait to be. Bye.